Hello, this is Smita Kumar, and you're watching Medicircle. So we have another healthcare entrepreneur with us today. She is Lavanya Sunkari, and she's the founder of Lauric, that is based out of Hyderabad. It is the world's first Lauric enhanced coconut shots for health and beauty. It is a nutraceutical startup that produces Lauric based shots for skin, hair, and overall health. So many of us would be definitely wondering how Lavanya is also having such long, lovely hair and what to do with it. So let's find out from Lavanya. Hi, Lavanya. Welcome to Mary Circle.
Hey, hi Smita, lovely to meet you here, and thanks for having me. So it was a lovely introduction. To start with the hair and the skin. I would say it part goes to the hereditary too. you know, yeah, I would love to say it's entirely the credit goes to the Lauric shots, but yeah, it's a part of an hereditary too. But yes, yeah, coming to Lauric, would be happy to share. If we can start the conversation, if
So
you have
yeah,
any
please tell
specific
us when and
questions.
how you.
Yes.
Yes, so please tell us when and how you started, and what was the idea behind starting something using coconut shots. What was that promoted you and encouraged you to start something like that.
So okay, I'll just give you a gist. I was a vegan for a long 5 years before I started this, Lauric as in a company and Lauric as in a product. So during that phase, I was able to figure out Lauric is an ingredient which is based out of a coconut and all. But I was as being a vegan, then I thought, okay, I have to actually start something for the vegan community by enhancing the Lauric as such. But when I understood overall as an Lauric importance, I felt that why restrict to only to the vegan society or a vegan community? Why not extend it to the entire millennials? But the question was how it can help the entire millennials. During that research, we figured out that 1 in 5 millennials do suffer with the liver dysfunction because of the supplements they take it, because of various reasons. It could be for a sleep or on a skin or on a hair or on a focus, which they consume on a daily basis, leads to the liver dysfunction once they step into the age group of a 35 to 45 age group. So that's when it alarmed, and I felt that yes, we need to work something on the specific segment. And our research started from then for 18 long months for us to get the final product.
Now tell us exactly what does Lauric means. What does Lauric shots means?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's okay. I'll try to tell you in a smaller way. It's a very simpler but very impactful where we all connect to lauric as an element. Lauric is this precious miracle ingredient, I would say, which is present only in the mother's milk and in the coconut in a right compound structure. So when we say mother milk, when we are on this earth, the day one when we consume our mother's milk, that is the basis of, for our livelihood or for us to live actually on this
Yes.
planet, right? Yeah, and in that, the lauric element plays a major role for us to have a proper antibodies. It acts as an antibodies, it acts as an antibacterial, antimicrobial, and also antiviral. If you, it's very well known in India. The babies who are fed with the mother milk are less prone to the infections compared to the formula fed, and which most of us do believe that. I'm a mother of a two. I do also believe that. So yeah, so yes, that's precious as a lauric element. So and again, it is available in the right compound structure in coconut. So that actually clogged us very sharp into my head. And once I discussed with couple of people, my co-founder Archana told yes, I would like to join. And once we started working together, and when we approached the scientists, they were actually stunned with the kind of work we wanted to do specifically only with the lauric. And for our surprise, no one worked till now on a lauric as an element, though we all know that that is so important for us to live on this earth.
Great. And as you and Archana Chindam, I think you both started Lauric,
Yeah,
but yes, there are other nutraceutical startups also. Like we have
yeah,
Wellbeing,
yeah,
we have Wellbeing Nutrition, we have Be Better. So, what are the prime
yeah.
differentiators that Lauric is offering?
Okay, that's interesting questions. We keep getting to hear from a lot of our investors, being in a startup field. But yes, so if you ask us, what exactly is our USP? We are the only one, not just in India, in the entire world, to work on a lauric as an ingredient in all our their compositions for any problem. And the second thing is we also applied for the patents for the 8 formulations. We did a research of an 18 months, and then we made the formulations which belongs to Lauric. And the third important thing is it's a completely clean label certified product. So it's not just one formulation, but all our formulations do pass through the clean label certification, which means we have passed 400 plus contaminant test, and also no pesticides, no heavy metals, or no chemicals in the product, and no synthetic products too in the product. That's how clean we made the product. Yes, that keeps us apart. And just to add a line, which is my favorite line, I keep telling all our investors too, that we can make a gummies 10 gummies next day, we can make a 10 effercents the next day, if you go for a third party manufacturer. But you cannot make the 10 Laurics the very next day, because it requires a research to be done, 18 months of a long research, and a lot of testing on the product. Then that's when we brought the product into the market. So yes, it has its own uniqueness for the Lauric.
So, as just to give a little bit more information about Lauric to our viewers, the Lauric
Mm-hmm.
acid, it can be metabolized into ketone bodies, which are important energy
Absolutely.
sources for extrahepatic organs in the body, and these are mainly brain, heart, and the muscles. Among all fatty acids, Lauric acid contributes the least to the fat accumulation. That is also one very important thing. Now, where in
Absolutely.
India we have got such an aging population, also India is the like the diabetes capital. We are having so much so many people who are obese. Shocking statistics that I would like to share: 21% of all Indians are obese, and
Yeah.
20% from high blood pressure, and 9% from diabetes. Coupled with
Yeah. Yeah.
holistic wellness, we are definitely looking up to such startups who are actually going to help the immunity, and also treat the patients in an organic way, in a healthier way. There are
Absolutely.
such lifestyle changes. Definitely, we need to understand
Yeah.
to tackle these lifestyle diseases that we have today
Yeah.
with vitamin and mineral supplementations. I hope you also agree with me for this fact. So, in this journey of yours, Lavanya, tell us how many lives you have touched so far.
That's amazing. We did launch, in the month of an April this year, April 2022, after 18 months, which went into just making the tastier product and yet natural and organic in so many ways. So yes, after that, we did grow from quarter 1 to quarter 2, 600%. Where I will just try to put it on the numbers in the month of an April, if we were able to only make 5,000 people touch, we have grown 600% in the quarter 2. So that's the number of the people. I would leave the math to you. But yes, just to add a point to your interesting information on the facts, the fourth lifestyle disease which is going to be in India is very soon is liver dysfunction. Recent article which says 40% of liver dysfunction is to the non-alcoholic people, which is by various reasons. One is the lifestyle reason, and also the other one is the kind of a consumption what we do in forms of any synthetic or any chemical consumption what human beings do. But yes, yeah. So that's a number. Coming back to the numbers, that is the numbers what we have touched, Smita.
So
Many more. Yeah.
So
Sorry.
another important factor, another important problem that we are dealing today is Indians are sleep deprived today. Despite a dedicated sleeping space, 80% of the people below 18 years of age did not feel refreshed after waking up. And according to one data, 1 in 4 Indians think they have insomnia. So, and
Yeah.
just to add, why I mentioned this, because recently I've launched a new product called Lauric Bites, which helps to give good sleep. So, because again, there are so many people who are sleep deprived, to tell us how this product is going to help them get good sleep.
So we actually made it in a form of a two forms actually, Smita. One is in the bite form and one is in a form of a tablet, but which is just binded together with all the natural ingredients so that it is easy for a consumption. So the bites form is basically, it is all the ingredients what it is required for us to sleep. For example, chamomile and all is just added into the product as in a form of an eatable form so that the absorption level is higher. Whenever we eat something a form of a food, the liver accepts it, the more the vitamins is circulated in the body, from the intestine. The same concept is applied for all our products. So we don't want to launch any product which is in a habit forming. That is our main agenda. So we get into the keen levels of what exactly going into the product, not just that is this ingredient going to be a habit forming. So if so, then we don't include that. So we are aiming at a product which not only gives us sleep but also non-habit forming. It induces the sleep in a natural way. After the 3 to 6 months of a span, the consumer would feel that, okay, I don't need to have this product anymore. I get sleep automatically. So though we are in a business of feeding people more nutraceutical product, but yet on a basis of a human ethics, we are
Yeah.
making a product which is not a habit forming one.
That's a good call. That's a good thing to have, because
Yeah,
otherwise we would be having every time we need to have this vibes to get sleep. That would be really really difficult, depending on the, we would be
absolutely.
like commonly depending on some medicine or
Yeah.
something to get sleep. So tell me one more thing, Lavanya. So as it is extracted from coconut, how does it taste, and was it difficult to
Oh,
manage? About how difficult or how challenging it was to, I mean, maintain the taste portion, because Indians are very much conscious about the taste. So whether if it is going to help them out, but first it needs to be tasty and it should be good for the tongue. So how difficult?
Smita, kudos to you for that line. Because I tell the same thing. Indians are very, very taste conscious. I mean, so we did 7 iterations just to make the product taste like something like Booster and a Horlicks or a Complan, which we used to consume in the childhood. But though
Yes.
this doesn't hold a malts or something like that, not the sugars in the product, we use only stevia just to resonate the palate taste what we have, because we all know that wheatgrass is good and all, but how many of us actually consume on a daily basis? None of us, right?
Yes.
And maybe one in a
That's
10, or not even 1 in 10 is also, it's too heavy actually to put the number. Maybe one in a 50 is a number what we can put, but at least in my friend circle, no one actually consumes a wheatgrass on a daily basis.
very
So
true.
that yeah, so that concept is being applied, and we understand that consumers should not take an effort to eat a product. So it just replicates the taste of what we used to consume it during our childhood, and it just tastes yummy. If you talk about a vanilla shots and all what we have, it just tastes like the Horlicks and a Complan what we used to have. Though we all as a children were inclined towards the Horlicks more than a Complan for a taste.
Yes.
And for a chocolate shots, it tastes like a Boost. Yes, so it's in a powder form. But one need to just put a 1.5 time. They need to shake the sachet. They'll get 4 grams of a sachet product in their mouth, and they can just it just melts in their mouth, and then they can eat it. So any time of the day or any time of the night. Yeah.
If we talk about the nutraceutical market, according to the 2020-22 EY report, the dietary
Mhm.
supplements market in India grew at a double-digit CAGR rate of 3% to reach rupees 331 billion in FY 2021. As of 2018, Indian nutraceutical market constituted nearly 2% of the global nutraceutical market. It is expected to grow rapidly and account for 3% of the global share by 2022. So definitely investors are also understanding a big potential for Indian startups who are dedicatedly working into this segment. As you also raised 3.7 CR in a funding round led by Murthy Arthi, that who was the co-founder at Fastco Lab, and also Lakshmi Kant PV, Director of Finance at Antler, an early stage venture capital firm. So how are these funds going to be utilized? Where you will be pocketing it, but definitely for the tech, that would be one thing, and the client acquisition. So, what are your plans for the fund utilization?
So our strategy was entirely different. As we were, I mean, I'll just add to it. When we actually decided on a Lauric, I just picked up the call and started talking to the third party manufacturers. Can you do this product? That's when I realized that there is no one who has actually done this formulation. So we had to invest a huge in terms of making a formulation. So we had to hire a food scientist. We had to hire a good scientist to work with us for a long 18 good months. Still they are with us on a contract basis. So our major funds, I would say that 50% has actually gone into making the formulations right and getting the certifications and making it a higher efficacy product. So yes, and the next 50%, we did utilize majorly into obviously client acquisition, being a D2C brand. But having said that, the metrics are very healthy. I don't think so. I should not pitch in this particular call, so I'm stopping there. But yes, and the rest, we did, use it for the tech automation. I mean, when we had just 5,000 customers in the month one, still we had a WMS systems in place. We are completely tech enabled, so which allows us, to grow just to a 1 lakh orders per day. that capability is being included from the day one in a supply chain and also in the customer acquisition and the data analytics, everything. So yes, it is being 10% is being allocated to that. So we have currently 24 formulations. We launched only 8, many more to be launched in the 4 quarters.
So, as you shared already, that there are so good benefits of having lauric acid for our overall health. Anything specific that you would like to add?
Oh yeah, I mean, there are many things, but anything specific, I would say, if we want, a sustainable result for us to happen, I mean, it's not just about the Lauric, it is should be in the form of a food, in the food culture, we are just trying to enter with the Lauric as an ingredient, which, as you are a science person, just wanted to tell, it and goes into the body and turns into as a monolaurin, and which is the basis of our immune system and all. So this is directly helps you not just to think faster in terms of an ketone, but also to build an immunity system. Lauric is the basis as a child when we are born on this earth on the day one, and also when till we leave from this earth, Lauric would going to help us because immune system is a basis of our human body. So absolutely, Lauric. I just wanted to. I keep telling people that it's a miracle ingredient. It's never too late, as we have come up with this product. I wish many more people do come up in this industry by making a Lauric as a main ingredient, so which will help not just a few people but overall as a humankind. Yeah, that's what I wanted to add.
And I think as a dedicated media platform for healthcare, definitely we would like our audience, users, viewers to check more about Lavanya startup, that is Lauric, so that they also need to, because there might be many people, including me, who was not very sure about the overall health benefits of Lauric. I have heard that yes, they are very good for the skin and other things, but there are so many things that the health benefits that it is offering. We should be definitely opening up to more and more natural products, and I mean, rather than having medicines, we should be definitely looking
Yeah.
out for lifestyle changes. The way we are living, we should be definitely more because as we are talking today, it's definitely God's blessing, because to sustain 2 waves of COVID was not easy. But yes, we are here, so we should be definitely thankful to God, and also we should take care of our bodies, both physically and mentally. That's what our essence of talking is here today, and to talk to healthcare entrepreneurs is definitely very, very exciting. So, Lavanya, how do you feel coming at Medicircle Healthcare Startup Series as a dedicated healthcare media platform? So that we are trying to raise awareness, because if there is something interesting, definitely people will try and find it out on Google. But if you're getting some from some reliable sources, definitely it is looked up to, and people would be believing also.
Absolutely, absolutely, Smita. I mean, you're doing an amazing job. It's everyone knows in the industry, healthcare industry, about you. But just to add it, I mean, the kind of information what you're giving, it's really amazing. You get into the information of a product, not just from the founder side. You do your own background research on everything. That is really commendable. And thanks for giving us the opportunity to get onto your channel and discuss about Lauric.
And that's so kind of you. Just on the ending note, Lavanya, do share some experience, some learning that you gained during your, I mean, entrepreneur days. Right from, I mean, how difficult was it to convince the investors? I think that would be more interesting for our viewers to know.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, this is my second startup. After having a first startup fail, the second startup, it's you kuch karke dikhana hi hai.
Bilkul.
That becomes much more stronger, right? And
Yes.
but having said that, in the first startup we did come, there were few mistakes which we have learned, in terms of a market size, in terms of a financial strategy, and not raising the funds at the right time too. That is also important for the company to fuel at the right time so that it can reach to the growth stage what it is required. So in the startup, we did start with the financial model first. And I would say all the entrepreneurs there, I mean, idea is great, absolutely good, but please understand, if there is no market for it, however the idea is good, it is not going to get its fuel. So the market is one of the biggest fuel. And the second thing is, having a right financial model, and then take it to the investors. Investors would be happy, to see that how informed the entrepreneur is. It's not just the passion driving them, it is also the numbers backing up their passion. That's actually excites the investors. So I would say that so far the journey is a cakewalk for us, because of the informed decisions and informed risk what we have done
Yes.
after the first startup failure. Yeah,
So failures actually
yeah,
help us to learn better, to learn
absolutely.
how. So
Yeah,
please have failures. Don't be afraid of your failures, and
yeah.
definitely succeed. We have a live example of Lavanya Sunkari with us. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Lavanya, for joining us today on
Thank you.
Medicircle Healthcare Startup Series. I think we definitely are, me and including my audience, would knew more about Lauric. They'll be definitely finding out and reaching out to you guys. All the
Sure.
best for your
That's
startup
great.
and your all future endeavors.
Thank you. Thank you, Smita. Thank you. Nice talking to you.